The look back is the residual trace of accountability, the slight flicker of guilt, or recognition of shared history. Their failure to look back is a brutal, efficient act of emotional divestment. It's not that they're too proud or too angry. It's that you have ceased to be relevant to their forward motion. Your suffering is now an inconvenient detail, an aesthetic stain they wish to avoid contemplating. They just leave. They exit the catastrophe site, not as perpetrators or even as witnesses, but as casual visitors who found the location less engaging than anticipated. Your heart was a room they got bored in. Let that sink in. A room they got bored. This analogy is the coldest articulation of betrayal. It strips the relationship of all emotional significance, reducing the profound connection to mere entertainment value. They didn't leave because of a conflict, or a profound realization, or even a tragedy. They left because of diminished interest. You were a temporary diversion, a space they occupied until the furniture grew dull and the light grew monotonous. They didn't destroy your heart out of malice. They discarded it out of boredom, proving that the entire connection was a matter of casual, transient preference. While for you, it was the entire structure of existence. The depth of your loyalty was met with the shallowest form of human inattention. Consider the concept of architectural sabotage. An enemy might breach the fortress walls. That's a known threat. You prepare for it. But the absolute destruction comes when the chief architect, the one who designed the entire structure, the one who knows every stress point and fail-safe, the one you swore would never hurt you, secretly detonates the supporting pillars from the inside. The ensuing collapse is immediate and total. And then, the architect simply walks away. They don't look back to admire the destruction. They move on. Because for them, the detonation was merely a design critique, a necessary step in their own evolution. While the fortress, your heart, lies in incomprehensible ruins. And you're standing in the rubble, trying to understand how the person who built your sense of safety was the one who engineered its annihilation. You swore they would never hurt you, not because they promised, but because you believed. You believed in the sanctity of the bond, the inviolability of trust, the permanence of connection. And they broke that oath. Not with hesitation, not with regret, but with the casual indifference of someone discarding a used tissue. And that's what makes it unbearable. Not the pain of the breaking, but the realization that they were capable of it. That the person you trusted with your life didn't even think twice before throwing it away. The cruelty isn't in the act, it's in the ease with which they performed it. Your scars, they remember. Every name. They bear the imprint of every hand that caused damage, regardless of how quickly the person retreated or how loudly they claimed innocence. The scar is the ultimate, non-negotiable witness. It doesn't forget. It doesn't forgive. It doesn't lie. And when you look at your scars, you don't just see wounds. You see names. The people who swore they'd never hurt you. The people who promised to stay. The people who said, "I'm different," and then proved they were exactly the same. Your scars keep the inventory, a permanent record of who was trusted and who broke that trust. So here's what you need to understand. The cruelty of trust is not that people hurt you. It's that the people who hurt you are the people you gave permission to. You opened the door. You gave them the key. You said, "This is my heart. Be careful." And they weren't. They walked into the room, looked around, got bored, and left, without closing the door, without returning the key, without even looking back. And now, you're standing in that room, the one they abandoned, trying to understand how something you valued so deeply could mean so little to them. But here's the thing. The cruelty isn't just in the leaving, it's in the lesson. The lesson that trust is a weapon, and the people closest to you have the sharpest aim. So want to know what's really funny? You'll never trust quite the same way again. And that's the cruelty they leave behind.